G'day YouTube, my name's Lance and welcome to Bundy Bear's Shed. Well, the weather report. Look, in Bundaberg, 15 to 27. Look, beautiful clear skies at the moment, and yeah, just nice. It has cooled down a little bit, but yeah, hopefully, well, over the next week or so, I reckon it'll slow down. Next Sunday, April 25, is Anzac Day, and for Anzac Day, we well, I can remember my father saying that often the first frost come around Anzac Day, so who knows, we may have a bit of a frost around. As you see, we're doing the stew in the office. I tried to get a stew done yesterday, and at home on the Monday, it's Tuesday morning, and the neighbours had a big gum tree in their yard, and just as I was getting organised for the day to get going, well, in come the tree loppers and the big mulches and all that, so there was no filming yesterday. We didn't get any tractor parts done or nothing, just because of the noise, the constant and it was loud. So yeah, the weekend didn't quite go as planned, but look, that's okay. On Saturday, next Saturday the 24th, we're heading away, and so it was important this weekend to make sure I had the place tidy. So I've remowed all around Bundy Bear's shed up to back there, and got quite a bit of tidying up done around the place. Might jump on the mower one afternoon this week and have a bit of a sort out up around the house, just to make sure it's right, because we'll be away for 4 weeks. So yeah, we'll get away, make sure it's nice, so we're not coming home to a huge big job. So so yesterday, as you know, I sold the caravan. Well, Brendan's coming to pick the caravan up this afternoon, Tuesday arvo, so we went through everything on the van again, and I spent yesterday giving it a wash, and it had an external shower on the outside, and it was looking crappy and the door lock wouldn't work, so I went and bought a new one and fitted that, got all that set up for him, and yeah, he came over to have another look yesterday. We ended up having a few beers and didn't get in till late. But that's alright, that's what neighbours are for, having a yarn. I got the GoPro out over the weekend, and I did Judy and I set the whole ute up. We put all the awnings out, the ensuite. The ensuite can go up near the front right hand guard, or we can swing it under the other awning. So I walked around with the GoPro just to try and get work out how to use the GoPro. I've changed the settings since. Sometimes on one of the settings, when I looked into the toolbox, you could see it going around, you know, it's a wide angle lens. So I've changed another setting, and I think that's a bit better now. I'm not sure. And we just used the standard GoPro sound. I didn't use my other sound equipment, just a standard GoPro sound with a little fluffy mic on to try and shut the wind down. And I haven't even looked to see if the footage is much good or not. I'll put it on the end anyway, it should be good. It'll be alright. But on the walk around the ute, I was saying about the snorkel on the Landcruiser, and it was there, and they offered to give it to me because I was going to fit it. Then I just got busy, and I said, look, you fellas mind fitting it for me? I'll, you know, workshop job, pay them to do it. And they said, yeah, no worries. But then last Tuesday, when it was booked in, they rang me on the Monday and said, we haven't got your stuff. And I said, you've got to have it there. And they said, no. And I said, your snorkel was there. And they said, no, well, I don't know where it went. They must have passed it on to someone else that needed it in a hurry. So so I got a call yesterday from Ron, and because I was telling him, I said, I'm going away Saturday, and I wouldn't mind at least the snorkel on, even if the winch and that isn't done, because we're not doing remote touring so much. We're going remote, but we're not expecting to be using winches and things like that. It's not that sort of trip. And pardon me, mainly we'll be on dirt roads and dirt roads and all that. So I'm not expecting to winch. We've got max tracks up on the top there, so that should be okay. And so Ron rang me and he says, "You right for the morning, Lance?" And I said, "Oh yeah, fucking no." Oh, and, so anyway, I've got the cruiser in here today. And yeah, I've got to drop it off down to ARB shortly, and he said they're going to do the snorkel. They're ready to rock and roll with that. They may get the winch fixed. As you know, we bought a new worn winch and it played up. And so he's going to see what he can get done before we go away Saturday. So look, that's a good thing. Yeah, I'm pleased. I put a terrain tamer, have a stainless steel plate that you can put in the air cleaner on the Landcruisers, because over time they buckle a bit, and particularly if you use an aftermarket air cleaner they leak. So I've got all that fitted, so hopefully they can just pop the snorkel on today and get going. Pardon me. So yeah, we've got to do a bit of running around today. We're leaving Judy's Yaris here for the staff to use, you know, as a run around to do the mail and all that sort of thing. And well, bugger me if the key didn't bugger up on it. So we're running around with one key at the moment, and she took it down to Reckenberg's downtown to get a new key cut, and the young fella did it and he buggered it up, it wouldn't work. And so she said, oh well, we'll have to get another one. So I said, I haven't got any. So anyway, a week's gone by since that happened, so we have to go down there today too to try and get the new key for the Yaris, just so we have a spare key, because we're leaving the Yaris here for the staff just as a run around while we go away. So more jobs, and we've got to go and see the t-shirt people. We've got some more shirts in. So the black t-shirts here, the Bundy Bear shed t-shirts, the black. They haven't been selling too badly. We've got a couple of back orders for different sizes people wanted going, and then there's the grey one, and yeah, we had a limited run of sizes, and we sold out of some sizes. So we've got another 100 shirts printed now, and we have to go and pick them up today. But that'll we've got about 15 shirts back ordered at the moment, so that'll sort that out today. We'll go down there and get those shirts early, and we'll get them all posted out today. So we're going down early enough just to grab them, so we've got time to catch a post today. So any back ordered shirts will be gone. We'll be okay. We've got heaps of stubby coolers still, but the shirts we run out of some sizes early. So we're getting the screen printing to do the screen print on this on that there. That's a 4-colour process, and with that 4-colour process we actually have to have a special screen done because of it, and so we're getting another one of those made, and we're getting one made with just me, same picture, but instead of the TE20 underneath, we're getting the gold tractor done. So that'll be something coming up, and we're also doing cups. So we'll have well, at the moment we've got the TE20 shirts in black and grey, and we have the stubby coolers and the stickers. Pardon me. I'm telling them from now on, if someone buys a stubby cooler or a shirt or something like that, we'll put a free sticker or two in there, just to get the message out there. So that's going okay. Yeah, Nicole's going to run that while we're away. Any orders come in, we'll just email them to Nicole, and she'll pack and send. Yeah, so that's a good thing. But yeah, we our first run of shirts were a bit dearer, and we may be able to pull the price back a little bit. I've done a deal because I had bought 100 shirts. I could get a slightly cheaper price. It's not much, but it all helps. And post sometimes is the expensive part of the whole thing. So not to worry. I just got in the mail a new 1 terabyte Samsung SSD. Now these little SSDs, that's what I use for hard drives. Now I've got 2 500 gigabyte ones, and from when I started backing up all the YouTube videos, in case YouTube goes down or something happens, yeah, we filled them up. We're filling them up. So with the videos, well, I bought this one just to back it up, and that'll free up some of my smaller ones that I can use for my day-to-day work. So look, they're great. I also have a 1 terabyte USB stick. I think it's up here. But even though it stores the same amount of data, it is just slow. You try and get some, like I have, on my other one, on one of these, I have all my workshop manuals backed up. And I've got the manual, you wouldn't believe the workshop manuals I've got, but there's just absolute heaps of them. And so they're backed up onto one of these as well. And so it's just a safety thing. The Samsung, these little Samsung hard drives, they're just crackers. They seem to be the go. So today I'll have to fiddle around with that. I've got Judy's laptop in here. We have the Judy's laptops here for me to work on today as well. So that's so when we go and hit the road, we can both sort banking out and all that sort of thing. So we'll see how it all goes. But so yeah, this week not a huge stew. I was going to do a bit of filming mucking around up the shed yesterday, but I had no hope with that noise going on. And but anyway, I got Brendan's caravan all. I truck washed, not truck washed. I used a wash and wax thing, and I washed it all down for him and fitted all that and got it good. And where all the cars park at home, I got all that pressure cleaned and all sorted out nice and tidy. And yeah, so it'll be a good thing. So it's all nice and tidy at the moment. So, and the idea is that we can leave with the place tidy. When you come back after a nice break, you don't want to come back to a shit fight. You're all ready to go. But look, I'll just tack on my walk around with the GoPro. I'm not sure it's going to be real good quality, but have a look anyway, just see. Watch some ads for us while we're hitting the road. It's the ads. If you the way YouTube people get paid, creators, that's the word I was thinking of. The way we get paid is if you can spend 15 seconds of your time and let the little ad play, we get some revenue off that. Costs you nothing. So if you can subscribe, hit the little bell so if we put a new video out you get notified if you choose to. And the main thing is if you can let the ads run through and just watch a couple of ads, just a little bit of your time, that'll help generate a bit of revenue for the channel. So at the moment any revenue we get for the channel we're just putting into merchandise to try and build that up a little bit. So yeah, get it all settled. I probably need to photograph the shirts a bit better. I could have done a better job at that. And we're probably thinking of having grey shirts, then each shirt, you know, a small, medium, large, extra large, 2XL, 3XL, have a different one in each because people are actually buying a shirt and they're forgetting to put the size in that they need, so down the bottom. So I might try and deal with that. There is some software I can get apparently that makes you put that in, but I'm a tractor bloke, not a software bloke. So we'll see how that goes. But look, thanks for dropping by everybody. Yeah, short stew. I just spent my day sitting on a mower and pressure cleaning and washing caravans and tidying up, and the content that I had to film yesterday, which was putting the 188 steering box together. We've got the parts for that now, and doing the PDO seal on the TEA20. Well, I just didn't have a hope of doing that. If I knew the tree thing was happening, I could have done it Sunday, but I thought, oh well, Mondays, being a working day, Mondays are often a far quieter day at home. You haven't got the motorbikes roaring around and all that, so see what happens. But anyway, thanks for dropping by. Have a good week, everyone. And the next stew will be from somewhere. We're heading up through. We'll probably go up through Blackland Tablelands. We're going to have a look up there, I think. We've heard about it and never been there, so we're going to have a look. And the first night we may camp at Emerald. We'll just see. But we're not making serious plans. We're just cruising along, and if we decide to stay somewhere extra, that's fine. We're just going to park up for a little bit. We're trying to unwind, and after running businesses and the YouTube and the whole show, I usually hit the road and I'm going. It takes me a couple of days to slow up, and so it'll take me a little while just to back off and just relax into it and see how we go. So we're taking all the cameras. I just weighed the camera stuff, and we got 9 kilos of camera and sound stuff we're taking with us. So we'll see. But anyway, I'll shut up. Catch you next week. See you all later. Have a good week, everyone.
Well, we're out in the front yard, and I've done a little setup of the ute just to make sure everything works and everything's looking good. Kelly Dog's keeping a bit of an eye on us all, but I'll just give you a bit of a walk through just to see what we're up to with it. Now, this first front door behind the driver, that's a storage area, and we've got a pig, which is that's where we have a fire and a kettle, and we have a hot water system and a portable toilet, the old trusty Makita radio, Makita charger that runs off 12 volt, and that's where the lithium battery and all that sort of stuff is there. So if we shut that one, open this next one, this is where we camp in the back here. So people sort of say, oh man, do you fit in there? And look, I do. I'm about 185 centimeters, and that's 185 long and 180 wide, so we do have plenty of room there. There's no trouble. Then I made this long beam that comes out through there, and that comes out and it allows us to put an ensuite there, so we can have an ensuite for getting changed, for putting the toilet in there, having a shower, the whole thing. And on these arms it just comes around, and I've tied it off to the bull bar on the car. But this whole arm system here, if we strike, we've got a vehicle going past, that's all right though. If we strike a little bit of wet weather on that arm, we can actually bring that whole ensuite back in under this roof here. Now this roof, that is 3 meters long, 2.4 meters wide, and it just rolls up. It's a little freestanding awning. We just put a post in the middle there, so that's around I think it's 7.2 square meters of shade. Then on the back here, we've got the chairs out. Jude and I sat out here and had a couple of beers last night just to give it a run, and all the pegs can be nailed down there, like it nails the feet down. But we've also got the option, and I've just hooked up all the ropes, we have the option on this super peg awning this is, and if we strike bad weather we can use that rope there and nail it down. And we also have a tie down in the middle here, so if we strike a bit of rain we can drop a peg into the ground and stop the water pooling on the top. So the drawer at the back here, that comes, I'll just shift the chair. The drawer at the back comes out, so that's a workbench if we need it to be. But when we're travelling, that's where we have like a bit of a hose, a power lead if we need a powered site to charge batteries and laptops and all that sort of thing. Some chef's knives, and the chimney. This here is the chimney for the pig, and we still need to do a bit of work in there yet, but that can just roll back in. These ARB Bundaberg, they've helped me with some of the stuff. Good mob to get on with, great mob. And we've got the 2 spare wheels, they're 33-inch tyres, 285 75 16s. We probably don't need both on this time. We're doing a bit of a tour, we're not going extreme camping this time, but yeah, look, I just thought I'd leave them there for the run. We've got little LEDs sitting up there, and they drop down. They drop down for night lights, and we can swivel them around for cooking and things like that. So this super peg awning, it offers 21 square meters of cover, so it's quite a size. It goes right to the front of the ute where the post is on the bull bar, and all the way through and right around, and it comes back level with the post on the other awning over there. To get into the beds, I cut down a step ladder just to cut it down. We've got one each side. We've got it's only a cheap fridge. I bought that off a mate second hand. He just wanted to get rid of it for 300 bucks as a spare, and look, it seems to go well. And we've got a bench extension here that just sits there for boiling the billy. Now we come inside here. Now the thing at the back there, that green light at the back, that tells us at the moment we have 4.4 amp hours coming in to the system through the lithium, and our battery voltage is sitting at 13.5 volts. So it's a bit overcast, so 4 amps coming in on an overcast day is okay. Then up the top here, that fella there is a BC DC charger, 25 amp. These are just our switches for compressors. That's our Cell-Fi Go for the phone booster. So that's all going well. On this super peg awning, it's got a zip across the top there, and we can buy 6 walls for it, but we've only bought one. We're not sure how we're going to go with that, but we've bought one wall just to try it out. Then after this trip we'll know whether we'd like to do a few more or how we'd like to do it. And that super peg awning, it just ties off onto the bull bar the same as the ensuite shower. So yeah, look, we're going on Saturday the 24th. We ride out of here, and we're really looking forward to it. We're, like I say, Jude and myself, I'll just lift this one up, and Jude and myself had a practice beer out here last night, and Kelly Dog, that's why it's 3 chairs, Jude, Lance and Kelly Dog, and we didn't sleep out here, but we just had a beer and got the feel for it. We've got a Sirocco fan up inside there, and we've got inside lights, and that's where our Akubras stay. We've got a cargo barrier up the back there, and that's just to like put a pillow, a spare coat or something like that in. Then we have all the under tray toolboxes as well. I filled up the water yesterday, and we did quite well with our water, with our weight figures. I've got them written here. Where are we? So we got a GVM upgrade of 4,200 kilograms. So our total GVM can be 4,200 kilograms. Our front axle, our maximum weight on our front axle can be 1,650 kilograms, and we come in at 1,539, so we're under there. Our rear axle, we can have 2,550 kilograms, and we come in at 2,104. So with Judy and myself in the car, 70 litres of water, 130 litres of fuel, and the fridge has got a layer of beer in it already, and we've got a heap of water there, and all the chairs here in. The chairs in, the ensuite in, the whole works here. So by running over the scales yesterday, we're underweight by 557 kilograms. So yeah, we've got a little bit up our sleeve. So the main thing was to get it out here, give it a little bit of a test run, make sure everything fitted like we'd hoped it would. The solar power is working. Actually, the sun's just come out a little bit, so we might just go around and see what the solar input is doing. That's on a lithium battery, 120 amp hour lithium battery, and there we go. We're sitting on 11.3, amp hours coming into the lithium battery. 12 now. So yeah, so with the sun coming out a little bit, we're see, it is a bit overcast, but with the sun coming out, we're banging 12 amps in, and with the fridge running, we're running about 4. This fridge uses a bit of power. I've got an Engel 40 litre, but this is a 60 litre, and the Engel doesn't use as much power as this. But look, this will do. This is just fine for what we need for this trip. That's a bit of Chinese stuff, but look, it works okay. So yeah, all in all, we're okay with it all. I think we're going well. It's got a good dark area, so it's a bit darker under the roof than say under the yellow warning here, but the yellow warning's a little bit easier to put up than the big one too. But yeah, look, we're ready to go. Saturday the 24th. Don't hop in our way, we'll nearly run you over getting out the gate, I reckon. But that's just a bit of an overview of what we've done in the 8 weeks. So I've had the ute just on 2 months. I got it at the end of January, the 24th of January, and yeah, it was 24th of January, so March, April, so February, March, April, so it's about 3 months really. So I thought it seemed a bloody long time sometimes. When we travel, this arm setup I made here, the double arm setup with stainless hinges and all, it folds down and it hooks up onto this here, and it sits in under where this awning is here, so it doesn't catch the breeze. And the racks bracks mounts, the whole ensuite just clicks off the arms and goes into the bed area. So I think we're done. I've put a couple of little bits of heater hose around the bottom of those pegs, bottom of those poles, just to stop the wind lifting that up. I've got a little bit of heater hose sitting there in case that pole comes over and hits the mudguard. And on this one here, I've done the same thing. So if that comes and touches the bull bar there, we're not going to have aluminium scraping paint off. So, and on the top we've got the, yeah, she's got, it's a bit spread out, but that's okay. We're good with that. Must be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 meters across.